Hi everybody, so thanks for joining us. We're here with Carly from Brewed+Pressed to do a little recap of that 7-day detox that I did. I was just so motivated after the detox to get a little more info from Carly to share with you guys. It truly was life-changing. It just kind of shifted the way that I was thinking about things. And I think it's worth talking about. So Carly, why do you think that it had such a profound effect and that it has such a profound effect on people when they eat in this way?
So I would say the number one thing is raw. All the food that you ate the whole week was 100% raw.
Okay.
So when you're eating a raw diet, your body, is able to use all those vitamins, all of those minerals. So, the more fresh something is, the more pure it's going to be, more alkalizing. Mm-hmm. When your body's more on the alkaline side, you're able to fight disease, fight inflammation, all of that. So it all kind of contributes to each other.
Well, and that makes a lot of sense. And to be honest, when I first started, I was more motivated by holiday weight gain. I think that a lot of us are motivated by things like that. Mm-hmm. But after looking more into everything, after just seeing how great I really felt on the inside and watching some documentaries on Netflix, I realized that it really was so much deeper than that. Can you talk to us a little bit about bioavailability and how our bodies absorb nutrients?
Yeah, so the more, raw something is, the more bioavailable it is. Kind of same goes with proteins. So a lot of people, fight with just eating plant-based. They don't know if they're getting enough protein. Mm-hmm. I would say that, eating plants, that's the most bioavailable source of protein you can get compared to, animal-based protein. So, the avocado is so bioavailable. You're getting all of that protein. When it comes to, let's just say, chicken breast, it's not as bioavailable. So you're not absorbing all of that protein. You're not absorbing all of those nutrients. So it really comes down to how bioavailable something is.
And can you give, just not to interrupt, but can you give people really quick, just a really shorthand definition of what bioavailability is and what that kind of means? What's that concept about?
So it kind of goes back into it being raw and organic. So things that aren't putting any let's say, just say pressures on the food. So, when something is in its raw natural form, it's more bioavailable for your body to, assimilate. It's so close to nature. So the closest something is to nature, I would say the more bioavailable it is.
So the closer it's to nature, the easier your body can absorb the nutrients and use it, which makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we just think about it from a common sense standpoint, we are part of nature. We are natural. Mm-hmm. We're one with nature, even though we have the technology and we've been able to develop all these chemicals that unfortunately we're finding out now that even though they've been put into our food to make our food taste better and to make it last longer and all of these things that are a part of that, convenience mindset, that better, bigger, faster mindset, that just that instant gratification lifestyle that we all kind of become addicted to on so many levels. This is the physical level of that. Mm-hmm. And I think that we're finding out now just how negative those chemicals impact our bodies.
Yeah, they not only
so
affect
bad.
Our weight, they not only sorry.
Yeah, no, they not only affect our weight.
Yeah, but your brain. So
yeah.
all those chemicals are just going to your brain. You're not able to perform to the best of your ability. Mm-hmm. You're not able to have that energy, that mental clarity. Yeah. So a lot of these toxic chemicals, affect Alzheimer's and dementia. It's so much more, in depth than just the weight, how you look on the outside. It's really doing so much harm for you in the inside. It's just really important to just really watch every ingredient that's in there, and organic too, because mm-hmm. that also reflects on, eating organic. You're getting rid of all those chemicals, antibiotics, all of that. So,
and if you've ever had weight issues, which I've had weight issues in the past, it's a cycle. It's a vicious cycle. It's for me, it was stress. I think for a lot of us, it's stress. The way that you look on the outside when you're feeling overweight, that seems to be sort of the outcome of what's going on inside. It's so much deeper than the way that you look. Sometimes we just look at that, but it's so much deeper. So when I've experienced issues with my weight, it was usually because I was experiencing issues with stress, like overwhelmed at work or having emotional things going on in my personal life, and then eating these unhealthy foods, reaching for that stuff as a stress reliever, as a quick fix, because it's kind of addictive, and then gaining more weight, and then having less energy, and then feeling more depressed, and then, so it's a cycle.
Yeah.
But we can break the cycle by eating like healthy, organic, raw, whole foods.
Yeah. You know, and a lot of us like don't even know how it feels to be healthy. You know, we think reaching for something that says low fat or low calorie is healthy, but the reason that it says that for most of the cases is because it's been, you know, consumed with so many chemicals to not have the fat in there, not have the sugar in there. So just really, you know, the most important thing, because there's so much knowledge out there, is just eating close to nature.
Ideally, like one ingredient.
Yeah.
Like if you have to read the label and you don't understand what the words are, it's a chemical. Do not eat it.
And my rule of thumb too is I try not to eat anything with more than like 3 to 4 ingredients.
That makes sense.
So, you know, if you're eating, let's say, because we're not always going to be able to cook our food, let's, you know, or, you know, eat at home. There are times that we need to do a grab and go.
Yep.
But really just looking at the ingredient itself and just making sure that you can pronounce the ingredients, that there's not a lot of ingredients in there, that's going to be the closest to nature. So that's a little rule of thumb I like to go by as well.
Well, and speaking of like, you know, grab and go, that was one of the things that I love the most about doing the detox or the cleanse. I mean, I definitely felt like it eliminated those chemicals from my diet, but I didn't have to think about it. I didn't have to go and cook for myself and do all that stuff. Now, if you have the time to do that, that's awesome. But, you know, especially when you're making a big transition and changing what you're eating, honestly, that was the best, was just being like, okay, what do I eat? Carly would like make my menu, give me the food, all I had to do was pick it up and then eat it and then just go about my day, and it made it easy to change.
Yeah, and it's really just about just doing it, like not thinking, oh, how am I gonna do it?
Yeah, don't think about it, just do it.
Yeah, you know, just really just try it out for a day, try it out for a week, have it be like, you know, a little, I hate to say diet, but like a little thing that you do. Just try and just eat raw, because, you know, it's hard to eat raw all the time. I don't eat raw all the time, but I make sure that my diet is more raw than non-raw. So it does play a huge part. You'll be amazed at how much more energy you feel, because raw, you're getting so many more vitamins and minerals, and that's just only going to enhance your health.
And when I did the detox a couple weeks ago with Brewed+Pressed, where I literally only ate Brewed+Pressed for 7 days straight, I felt so different. Like I really just felt different. And it wasn't, there were physical symptoms that I felt like, I just felt like lighter, and I didn't feel tired. And at the same time, like I felt more mental clarity and I felt calmer. So that's kind of why we're doing this video right now, because the impact was even greater than what I expected.
Yeah, your body just like, I felt like maybe was more in tune with itself, because it was, you know, consuming foods that you're meant to have, plants, you know, fresh fruits, all of that, nuts, seeds. So just, you know, really just making sure that what you're eating is pure, is raw, you know, so more vitamins and minerals that you probably haven't felt in a while.
Right.
So,
and it can be hard, like even when you're trying to be like, you know, I'm gonna start eating healthy, and you go and like you get a salad or whatever you're eating to be healthier. If you're not consistent with it and you're gonna eat like, you know, a donut in the morning that has chemicals in it that are going to make you feel groggy and that are going to trigger those addictive chemicals in your brain and start that negative spiral, and then you're going to have a salad for lunch, by the time dinner comes around, you know, you've already kind of contaminated your body with those chemicals from breakfast. So it's important to look at it as a whole as well, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I do believe in balance, but at the same time, I feel like a lot of us, myself included, we use, oh, it's all about balance. Yes, but I don't think we should say that to eat the donut in the morning, then eat the salad at lunch. Like, we should all enjoy our
looking
life,
at it through the wrong lens.
Yeah.
That's kind of that quick fix lens, I feel like. If we go deeper and we look at why we're eating this way, it's not about looking good. It's not about losing weight. It's not about being thin. At this point in our lives, hopefully everybody, we're all getting to that point where we love ourselves enough to where that's not our motivation anymore. But if we are looking at it from the standpoint of, I want to be healthy, I want to be my best self, I care about my life, I care about who I am and the way that I feel every day, that is what I think kind of shifts your perspective to not say things like, well, I want balance or whatever, because if you're really looking at it and being honest with yourself, you know that those chemicals that are in that donut, they're not going to make you feel good. And it's an addictive chemical reaction. And if you're not sure about all this stuff, go watch some stuff on Netflix. Go check it out, learn more, educate yourself. Your body is like your biggest asset. We don't get another one, you know, so we have to take care of it.
And I think like the more you know, the more reading you do and like, you know, documentaries you watch, the more it's gonna be harder to reach for that, you know, chip or
exactly,
because
when you know why
you're too knowledgeable now to, you know, what's in that, you know how bad it is for you. So I would just say, if you're not convinced yet, you know, go read more books, go watch documentaries. There's so much on Netflix that I watch on a daily basis, and it's like, yes, as much as I want to say I want to be balanced, I want to eat this or that, it like now just knowing how bad something is for me, it's like I'm not going to, you know, disrespect myself like that,
right?
Because I like
more knowledgeable that way.
Yeah, and not everyone is knowledgeable about it yet. So I just think if we just put it out there about these things that not a lot of people know about, you know, they're gonna feel terrible about, you know, reaching for that donut or whatever it may be, because they know how harmful it is for them.
Right, and I think that once you're eating in a way that makes you feel good, combined with having that knowledge, there's just no reason not to, you know? So we'll actually do a blog post, and I'll get some more recommendations from Carly to share some different documentaries and books that you guys can check out too, because you know, educating yourself, it's your life, it's your body, you know, you need to know for you as well, and to really stay motivated on this path. Because I mean, I've gone through times where I've been really healthy and then I've fallen off the wagon, and this kind of got me just kind of woke me back up, because I realized, oh wow, what have I been putting in my body to feel this good compared to how I was feeling before, when I wasn't doing the 7-day cleanse. So
definitely.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about some of the foods that you guys have. Okay. Because you guys have like, okay, so this is super exciting, you guys. So when you go on this detox or this cleanse or this lifestyle change, you don't have to like cut out sweets. You don't have to change and start eating food that you don't like. So tell us about like the sweets and everything you guys have.
Yeah, we make it really easy to kind of, you know, we take foods that you would may eat on a daily basis, like chips or pastries, and we have that in a different form. So all of our pastries are raw, and I know we talked about the benefits of raw earlier. We have different cheesecakes that are made with like nuts and seeds, cashews, you know, coconut nectar, almonds, dates. And after you eat it, you don't have like this addictive feeling where you need to eat more and more and more. You just feel so satisfied. That's what I love most about our pastries.
What's that little bar? I forget, it's like a coconut bar?
Coconut bar, yeah. So that's just made with like coconut and almonds. It's made with coconut sugar.
And that's the one in the plastic, right? So this tiny little coconut bar that they gave me, and I took it with me one day on a reporting job covering the Cowboys. I just put it in my bag just to have. And I got like so hungry, and like I was getting kind of tired, so I was out there for a while. I ate it. And it was like, I think it's like this big, right?
Yeah.
And I felt satiated, and like, I was like, just content. Yeah. Because usually when you have like a piece of chocolate or some sort of sweet that's this big, you want more. Like you can't stop at just one. But it's because the type of sugar that they use, it doesn't trigger that addictive response in your brain, because it's not synthetic, it's not fake. They're using real sugars. I think that's so cool.
So, and it's, you don't feel bad after you eat it, and it's not,
just like good and energized.
It's just like, you had a sweet and move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
We also have, you know, salads. We're coming up with more, so watch out for that. We have different like provisions, which we call them. So they're like raw snacks. We have crackers that we dehydrate, so you can still have those crackers. We have like sweet cashews that have like cacao in them, and maple syrup, so it's like a sweet treat. So we have things that like you would normally find, you know, at the grocery store, but on a so much more healthier spectrum. So you're still getting, you know, that snack food, because we all love snacks. We have, you know, different breakfast items too, like chia seed pudding, overnight oats, and those are awesome too, because they are a little bit sweeter, but we use pure maple syrup. We make our own coconut yogurt. So we have a lot of different items that you're used to having, but this is just so much more better for you, and just the taste is just incredible.
And because all of the food that they have at Brewed+Pressed comes from nature, all of it has a purpose and a benefit. So we talk about beauty foods and we talk about beauty boosters, but this food really does every single item. You can look at it, you can see like what it's doing for my body if you look into it. Like the chia seeds, those are good for digestion, they're good for your skin. So it's like when you're eating, you're not just eating to like fill yourself up with food. I mean, you're eating for a purpose. Like everything you're putting in your body has a purpose.
And everything on the labels has what it is. So beauty food, alkalizing, and if you still don't know, what alkalizing is, we can talk you through it, kind of explain better to you, because everything says what it's meant for. And those are just like a few short terms that we use, but there's so many more benefits.
Yeah, and if you're local to the DFW area, it's definitely worth coming down to the West Village. You can make a day of it, have some fun, go and meet Carly or one of the other really awesome people that work at Brewed+Pressed. Everybody is super sweet. It's not intimidating. Everybody is there to kind of help you learn and grow, and it's a very like nurturing environment. It's a beautiful setting, and you can go on a little shopping trip. Do a little self-care, get your nails done at Mini Lugs, go and learn about how to nurture your body and feed yourself and have some really healthy food and get some stuff for the week. And speaking of, you guys actually have a really awesome promotion that you're sending to the BZenTV viewers.
So for everyone that comes into the store, you just have to use the code BZenTV15 and you'll get 15% off any of the menu items. So just tell that to one of the staff members or myself, whoever's working, they'll know. So they'll give you that 15% off for that whole week. So make sure you really, use that up, because you'll be saving a lot of money and you'll be trying out a lot of new stuff.
Yeah, it's just a great opportunity to learn. And again, when you're making a lifestyle change or trying out something new, I think that the best way to stay on track and to be sure that you follow through is to set yourself up for success. And going and having somebody else kind of just show you the way at first and make it as easy on yourself as possible so you don't have to think about it. To me, that's just like a no-brainer for just the best way to really kickstart your goals, especially for the new year.
Yeah.
It's just a good thing to do.
And anytime you want to talk about health, nutrition, I'm always, able to talk. We can meet whenever at the store. So I always like to make sure people know, because it is overwhelming. We have a little book here that that I made actually that talks everything about health, nutrition, and ingredients that we have. So if you ever want to know more, then you'll know where to find me.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us, and thank you guys for watching. Happy New Year and happy healthy living. We'll see you guys next time.